Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to a new campaign. So we've started this time with a very challenging start. We, in fact, chose Urbie Derbie. This is, again, Battletech Advanced 3062, and our company commander is Trashcan, and we're fielding a lance of 4 urban mechs, 2 UM-R90s, and 2 UM-R60Xs. The R90s carry PPCs, medium lasers, and smalls, and the R60Xs carry an AC-10 along with a small laser. We do also have in reserve an Urbie LAM, and as our bonus mech we got a Hermes 2S, which I will endeavor to, well, we'll see. We may avoid using this just to see how far we can stretch the urban mechs, but it may become necessary as well. So we're starting this off with a good old half-skull polar battle, because I have zero faith in the performance of an entirely urban mech lance. And we'll just see how things go.
Interface initiated.
Alright, so that's the drop, and we will have Trashcan himself leading the way in his UM-R90. And I am having a bit of trouble with my voice here at the moment, so hope you do bear with me. A bit of a cold. So, on a half-skull mission like this, with the campaign start, sometimes you can get really unlucky and you'll end up fighting artillery or something like that. But as we're fighting Circinan pirates, who are only a little bit removed from, say, some sort of periphery type mech build, you'd see the -P variants of certain mechs where you'll be carrying light rifles instead of full autocannons even. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to maintain a little bit of a low, well, I guess a high damage given to damage taken ratio, which is always the goal, right? So it looks like right now we have 2 vehicles on screen, 3 vehicles on screen, and this is why I took this mission for money. When you're doing particularly the half-skull, even one-skull type missions, it's relatively common, at least in my experience, that you'll end up fighting almost entirely vehicles, which doesn't exactly make for great salvage. So we're going to move Max up here, his UM-R90, up into the woods, and the reason I'm doing this is I want one of the 3 of those vehicles, 4 of those vehicles I suppose, to move. I want to get, so we have 2 sensor locking pilots right now off the bat, which is very nice. We have Trashcan and we have Edmund, who can both use sensor lock, and we'll need that to offset the truly horrible accuracy that we're going to be dealing with as our pilots gain experience. It's always a bit tricky figuring out what you need at the start, whether going pure gunnery is advisable, or I often find that going up with tactics, piloting can be very nice for 1, avoiding damage, and 2, making sure that those precision strikes really count for something. So, let's see, he has 5 pips of evasion. There's no way we can shoot that. Let's see. If we try, yeah, 15% chance, no way. Let's try and get 4 evasion pips, even if it keeps us out of the woods, which is not exactly ideal. I'm gonna go in for a sensor lock. Ooh, actually, hold on. Do we have a no evasion pip shot? We do. Interesting. Okay, we'll take it. 55% chance to land that PPC, and we do land it, but we're gonna have trouble even with just these Galleon 200s. Oh, man. Okay. Well, this might turn into a bit of a long episode for all the wrong reasons, simply that we won't be able to dish out the damage that we need to, and I've kind of just broken the first rule of a new campaign, which is you focus fire, and you do whatever you know is necessary to take one set of guns off the field at any given time, right? So the better move, well, okay, so he has 5 evasion pips. This guy over here has 3. We're going to strip that evasion off of him, and he'll become our first focus fire target, hopefully. So 2 missiles landing, an 8 and a 4. It's a little bit confusing what that could be from. Interesting. And we can move the R90 again. I want to save that. Okay. here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up, get a side shot, which will boost our accuracy, and Max has Battle Lord, which, while not a precision strike, does bring our weaponry up into acceptable levels of accuracy. Take a shot. Okay, sensors impaired. It looks like we might have landed another side shot. A little hard to tell. We did. Other side, though, unfortunately. But we are starting to make our way through that galleon, which at least is better than nothing. These R60Xs are slow. Oh man, that's so slow. And not great accuracy either. We're going to have to use the R90, I think. We can't get another side shot. We won't have Battle Lord to increase our accuracy either. But if we're very careful, yeah, 50% chance on PPC. We landed the last one, so the law of averages would say that this one shouldn't. But that's too small of a sample size, really. We do land the PPC, and that's the first vehicle out of the way. So, 1 down, 3 left. Could be worse than it is, although, one thing on this campaign, I've turned up lethality to maximum, and I've turned down the mech recovery chance to 0. So if we lose a mech, we lose the mech, and if we lose a pilot, we lose the pilot. And I'm pretty sure what this means as well is if I have a pilot punch out, we lose the mech that way too, which could get real bad for us real quick. And this accuracy is just so horrible. Okay, so I can get 1 evasion pip by sprinting, but I drop myself down. But I drop myself down to 15% accuracy for doing that. Or we can go on the walk, have no evasion, and have, where was it? It's 20.3. Not great in either case, and these R60Xs will probably be getting a significant rebuild soon. I'm going to take this guy up top, and, well, 6 evasion pips. 6. So much. So that's a wheeled APC with SRMs. Okay, energy, SRM2. I don't know why his SRMs did differing amounts of damage to us, but what we're going to do, we're going to take Edmund up here in his R60X. We're going to work our way to getting a height advantage, and we're also going to sensor lock this galleon. Bringing him down from 6 to 4 isn't exactly amazing, but it's non-zero, which right now we're looking for wins in increments, even if an increment is all we can get. And we can already see that's a significant improvement. We've gone from 20.3% to 30.9% chance to land this AC-10. We missed, and now we're going to suffer from recoil as well in the next turn. So, hey, it's possible I should have put both the sensor lockers in urban mechs with the AC-10s rather. Wish I had an Ultra AC-10. Don't. What kind of shot can I get here? Not quite good enough. You know what we're going to do is we're going to reserve. Let's see if they move. I know it wastes the sensor lock. Oh, this is Saladin. Is that carrying an AC-20? No, that looks like an LBX, something with cluster fire on at the moment. Means he's going to land very accurate damage very repeatedly. Nope, that is an AC-20. How did that scatter damage? It did. That thing acted like it had an LBX in there, but that Saladin needs to die. We don't have the evasion to dodge that AC-20. And the SRMs are okay for right now, that's not the issue. The issue is if the SRMs are able to work their way through damaged armor from, say, an AC-20 shell with face. So, he has 5 pips of evasion. Problem is the galleon here has none. But the tag and the medium laser, I mean, we can survive those. We cannot survive an AC-20 shell. Just won't be possible. So, let's move up here. Oh, such a good chance to hit. You know what? Do the thing we know we should, not what we want. And let's get a sensor lock on the Saladin. I'm gonna get another sensor lock on him as well, and then pound into him with 2 different guns. The Urbie R90 here, and the R60 for the rear. We're also going to work our way up to getting height advantage. One thing that is nice about urban mechs is that they can fire from any angle, but this is also a bit of a drawback, because it means that you are occasionally more comfortable with leaving your rear arc exposed than you otherwise would be, and wow, that's some beautiful accuracy. I really want to take that shot. Nope, no. Sensor lock. Do it right. Do it quick. Okay, now we can take the R90 here, run up. Yeah, and that's even better. So 10 to 15% improvement on all of our accuracy ranges. Yeah, that's Saladin. Cannot argue with those results. So 4 salvageable parts, but we didn't take any salvage on this mission. We're just trying to get a good 300,000 to make sure that we have more than a single month in reserve. And that time we do actually land the AC-10. Would have been better accuracy if we hadn't fired it previously, as I said earlier. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So we're actually just gonna stand still. I think, well, 88.7. If we move, do a side shot. Okay. Side shot accuracy offsets the move, looks like. Firing in there. It looks like our first shell hit the top, which is a blessing and a curse. It's thin armor, but it's a hard shot to roll. It's like rolling a headshot. So we've scattered damage from 2 AC-10 shells across that vehicle. Not exactly what we want to have happen, but just now we're taking a single medium laser and it looks like an SRM-2 over and over, and they're even just sitting there with the galleon, so that works for me. We're going to move up the side, hopefully pound into that damaged side here with an AC-10 shell and a small laser. AC-10 misses, small laser does not. And, okay, so the wheeled APC, I want to see if we can land our own PPCs on there with the R90s, because if we fire in the galleon, from the galleon's left side, we'll be firing into that full armor when we could just fire in from the damage side on the next turn. Bit of an assumption, but I think a good one. The problem is, it would not appear as I have a shot. Interesting. Okay, well let's get even more height, because why not? And I have ripped off the jump jets on these things because it seemed like the thing to do at the time. Let's see if we can just pound through in one go, which we can. Okay. So far, Trash Can and, what's the other fellow's name? I will learn these, it's just first mission, new company. Yeah, Trash Can and Max are both doing wonderfully for us in terms of damage output. And now Max, I think, is going to have to move forward. We need to chase down that vehicle. It has very good lines on me that I don't seem to be able to replicate on him, which is a little confusing, because that requires a direct line of sight right there, that shot. But, I don't think I have one. Oh, yeah, okay, I guess I do. He has no evasion, so we're going to sprint all the way around here. And Max has that Battle Lord, which we'll use again. PPC, double medium laser. There it comes. Looks like we landed PPC. A little bit hard to tell what else we landed. Looks like a medium laser as well to that turret armor. And now let's see if we can follow it up. So Ridgehound and the R60M. We do have a precision strike available. At this stage, with his tactics level, it won't really gain us all that much. But, you know, going up to 69%. I say as we miss. Going up a little bit does mean something. Or at least it might eventually. So, I guess we don't have a shot here, because, you know, I took off the jump jets for better armor, which, for this mission at least, would actually have been more helpful to have saved the jump jets, but my worry with these Humpty Dumpty little trash cans is that, well, we're going to end up in a bad position that we're not able to quickly get out of because they move like potatoes with legs. So, I want the armor on there so that I can take a bit of a pounding, particularly because these things are not quick. They're not going to be able to survive with evasion, as is being well shown right now. I've been sprinting these guys for quite a while, although I think we will stand still, just try and kill this guy. I've been sprinting these guys for a while, and I'm getting maybe one, I think we got 4 at the most with Trash Can. But that's because Trash Can has a perk, which gives him an additional evasion pip from moving. That is the piloting line, so it's the first ability in the piloting line, and one of my favorites, particularly for slower moving mechs. Ironically, I find it actually performs best on something like a heavy or an assault. It moves very slowly and needs the additional protection. But all that said, that looks like it's our last kill, and that'll be the mission. Thank you guys for hanging around, and we'll see you again real soon with what's hopefully the start of another very successful campaign.